what keeps it cold, little bags of ice.
Right.
Before we get into the cooking, I just wanted to give you my first impressions of HelloFresh. I'm not too happy with them right off the bat. I've been avoiding doing HelloFresh for a while now because I'm a really picky eater, and I didn't think that like the recipes would cater to my tastes, because there's a very wide range of vegetables that I just do not like and cannot eat, and they're very common vegetables in cooking, so it's very hard to avoid them. So that's why I've been avoiding HelloFresh. But I've just keep seeing so many people like pushing HelloFresh, saying, oh, you can customize your meal plans and you can make it right for you. So I thought, okay, like maybe there's a option where you can like say, I don't like this, I don't like that, don't give me this, don't give me that. And when I went to the website to order, it wasn't quite like that. They do give you options to say like, I don't eat meat, or I don't eat pork, or I need this, whatever. Very broad ranges. One of the reasons why I did want to do HelloFresh was because I wanted healthier meals. So I saw that they had like the calorie wise or like carb wise smart meals that are supposed to be 650 calories or less each meal, which was great. I chose that option, and I was hoping that at some point it would let me customize even further and say like, I don't like onions, I don't like tomatoes, I don't like mushrooms, and so on. But it never did. And the problem that I'm really having with HelloFresh is that I had to sign up, give my credit card information and all of that, and then at the end, the very end, after I've done all that and signed up and committed to doing at least 4 boxes with them, is when I got to see the meals. And when I saw the meals, I was a little bit disappointed. So Future Katrina here. On further inspection of the HelloFresh website, I realized that I actually messed up a little bit. You can actually see the recipes even before you sign up or give your credit card information. You just have to go to Our Recipes at the top and then see the menu for the week, and then they're all right there. So you can see them beforehand. I just didn't realize that you could do that because I just went there for the sole purpose of, I already decided I was doing HelloFresh, so I didn't look around the website carefully enough. So that is my fault. I should have looked. So that criticism of HelloFresh is not warranted. Okay, now back to more of my complaining. And in retrospect, it kind of makes sense that they can't really cater to everyone's specific preferences, because they have to make sure that they have all these meals every week, and they have to make sure that they have all the ingredients for all the meals, so they can't do like a huge wide range of meals. That makes sense. The calorie wise ones, I think there are only like 6 or 7 different choices, and a lot of them I don't like or I can't eat, so that was really disappointing. And so then I decided to cancel my subscription at that point, but then it said, oh, well, your box is still coming, like we won't send you any more boxes, but your box is still coming, we're still taking your money. So I wasn't really too happy with that. So now I'm stuck with 4 meals. One of them has pork, so Jason can't eat that one, so I'll be eating that tonight since he's not home. Then another one is a like steak salad that has like onions and mushroom and tomato like salad underneath of it, which is just the only part of that I can eat is the steak, which is disappointing. And then there's an apple and spinach salad with some chicken, which that does look really good. And also there is a turkey stir fry, which also looks really good. Some of the vegetables that they gave me I cannot eat and won't be eating those, but I do have my own vegetables that I will be substituting in and like making that more full, so that one's okay as well. But yeah, I wanted to cancel. I didn't really want those meals because like half of them aren't the greatest, but I couldn't. And that's what really frustrating me, and I think is really unfair that they make you wait until you've already paid to show you what the actual meals will be, because at that point you're like stuck in, they have your money and they're sending it to you anyway. So that was really shady for me. It really left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm really not happy with them. So my criticism here still sticks. Even though it was my fault that I didn't look at the website closely enough to find out what recipes were being offered that week, and I wasn't shown until after I had already signed up and given my credit card information, I couldn't cancel that week's box. I canceled my subscription and they said that the box was still coming and they were still taking that money. And also, after I had canceled, they wouldn't let me swap out any of the meals. So that is how I got stuck with like the steak salad and the pork, is because I had canceled and then they were like, nope, these are the 4 meals that we're sending you, the ones that they chose for me at the very beginning, and those can be swapped out, but not when you've deactivated your account. So I was really frustrated at this point and just not happy with them, so I didn't try to reactivate and then see if I could swap out my meals. So maybe that's something I could have done, but I just didn't look into that. But the meals are here and I am willing to give it a try, since I mean I did pay for it and they are here. I do have a few worries, and I'm gonna get the stuff out now, and then I'm gonna go over a few of my concerns. So as I said, I am doing the pork chop meal tonight because Jason's not here and he can't eat pork since he's Jewish. Another concern is that I heard that there's a lot of packaging when it comes to this, and we do not like that. We like to, you know, help the environment a little bit. So I don't really feel good about using something that uses so much plastic. I haven't opened this yet. The pork chops come in plastic wrap, so there's that. I haven't opened this bag yet, so I'm actually not sure like what it's like in here. I know that people have been criticizing them for this, so I haven't really heard anything lately, so I don't know if they've like changed and maybe have used some more sustainable packaging, so that'll be really interesting when I open up. I think I'm gonna open up the bag now and see what's inside. Okay, so there's plastic here, some plastic on the green beans, plastic on the sour cream, plastic on the spices, and plastic on the all-purpose flour. There's an onion in here. This will be going directly in the garbage. Onions are not allowed in my house. Alright, so we got rid of that, and then we have a bunch of potatoes. So this meal is supposed to be for 2 people. So there's quite a bit of potatoes in here, and then some chicken broth also in plastic. So this isn't great. Like, a lot of food does come in plastic. When they have to like individually measure out every single ingredient and put it in plastic, that's gonna create more plastic. Like, if you bought all this in bulk, then there'd be less plastic, right? Like, I am like, the amount of green beans that I use for a week could fit in this bag, and then, you know, but this is only 1 meal for this plastic. I mean, it does say recyclable, that's great, but still, I don't love that. And then like this, for example, like the chicken broth is in a plastic container. I have a box of chicken broth up in my cupboard right now that's made of cardboard, so it's not great, but it's not as bad as I thought it was, hearing what people like made of it. So anyways, that is my initial thoughts on the HelloFresh. I will cook it up now and then give you my thoughts on the taste and if it fills me up or not. So let's get to cooking. So they really conveniently give you these recipe cards to tell you exactly what to do. So if you're not a good cook, I'm an okay cook, so I'm not too worried about it, but you know, it is really nice to just have someone else tell you like how you should cook a meal. And one of the reasons why I wanted to get HelloFresh, like, one was like I wanted a low calorie meals and I just wanted someone else to choose that for me, and I also wanted someone else to choose it for me so I didn't have to think about what I was eating all the time. So I'm excited about that. We have to cut the potatoes into 1/2 inch pieces. So I do have a cutting board. I just like never use it. I prefer to cut on plates. I don't know if that's really bad or not, but I don't know. I just prefer the plate. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so it says I need oil and salt. So that is not included in here. So they don't give you absolutely everything you need. I do need some oil and some salt. So I will grab that. Okay. Add potatoes, half the Montreal steak spice, and 1 tablespoon of oil into an unlined baking sheet. Girl, my baking sheets are never unlined. They are always lined. Always. So we're going to add those. I'm going to use the spray oil instead of the other oil because it just works so much better. Half the Montreal steak spice. Oh god. And then salt. Take the lid off first. When I cook, I like never measure anything unless I'm like really unsure about how much I should put in. So this recipe probably shouldn't give me the freedom to salt things myself because I also love salt. Alright, the next step. Roast in the middle of the oven, tossing halfway through until golden brown. Okay, so we're gonna turn on our air fryer. So apparently I'm supposed to trim the green beans. I've been eating and making green beans for a while, and I've never cut the little ends off before I make them. I usually just eat until the little stem part and then just throw that part away. But since it's on the recipe and to be fancy, I'm going to cut them off. That's called to open. Got it. Oh god. Okay. I really don't like cutting these off. Cutting the ends off these green beans really just seems very laborious and pointless to me. Like, just eat until the end and then don't eat that part. I can't do it. I tried. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Also, I just realized that half these green beans are supposed to be for the other portion, so I'm gonna have to put some of these away. I'm gonna put them in our other green bean bag. Okay. So we kind of trim the green beans, but not really because ain't nobody got time for that. Then it says peel and cut half the onion. That's hilarious. That's not gonna happen. Roughly chop the parsley. I'm not crazy about parsley, so I think we're also gonna skip that one. And then pat dry the pork with paper towels. I have to run upstairs and get paper towels. Okay. One of these little pork chops away for me to cook later. We have these cute little reusable baggies that I really love. They're a little bit hard to clean them, but they come in very handy. Hat's dry down. Pork chop is dry. Now we season with the rest of the Montreal steak spice. Okay, the next step is sear the pork. Here, heat a large non-stick pan over medium-high heat. When hot, add 1 tablespoon of oil, then pork. Pan fried until golden, 2 to 3 minutes per side. When pork is golden, transfer to one side of another unlined baking sheet. I'm also really impatient. I just want to pour the oil in right away. Okay, after that, okay, so we're gonna put the pork and the green beans on the same baking sheet once the pork is seared, and then we're gonna season with salt and pepper. Okay, so usually I boil my green beans, so we're gonna try them baked with everything else, so that will be interesting. Again, I'm super just impatient, so I'm going to pour the oil in now, and I'm not going to measure because I never measure when I cook, ever. I mean, it looks hot enough. It's a little bit smoking, so I'm gonna toss the pork chop into the pan. Flip it over. Okay, I left it a little bit too long, but that's okay. You can get the other baking pan lined. The unlined baking sheet, that's hilarious. Yeah. oil, salt, and then we're gonna throw it all into the oven for about 9 to 11 minutes. Right, we're gonna throw this into the air fryer. And then there is a sauce that goes on it. I almost completely forgot about the sauce. So while that is cooking, I need to add oil and then onions again. Hilarious, that's not gonna happen. I think I'm just gonna go straight to doing the water. This is half a cup, but I'm only doing one portion, so I did 1/4 of a cup of water. So I'm gonna add half of the broth. All-purpose flour to thicken it up. We don't usually use all-purpose flour in this house, and to like other healthier flours. Alright, so this sauce is apparently just chicken broth, water, all-purpose flour, and then sour cream. So I'm just gonna try a little bit of the sauce now. Actually, it strangely works. I kind of like that. Alright, everything's almost ready, so we can give that a taste test in a minute. Just gonna pack up these ingredients and hope they don't spill when they're in here until the next time. Check and make sure the pork chop is cooked all the way through. Just gonna give it another minute. It looks pretty done, but just want to be sure. We're gonna take our food out of the air fryer and put it all together. Potatoes look really good. I'm excited about that. The final product, it actually looks pretty good. Right, so we're going to try the green beans first. I definitely added a little too much salt, but I really like salt, so that's good for me. Also, the green bean does taste better when you bake it instead of boil it. Okay, we're gonna try potato. Yeah, that's really good. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of the potatoes. And then I'm out for the main event. We have the pork chop. Great. No. That is really good. Okay, so for taste, I give it 10 out of 10. For like how healthy it is, I'm not sure how healthy this meal is. But I definitely think it's gonna be filling, but I will let you know at the end if it actually is filling or not. Although, I mean, with this many potatoes, I don't see how it could not be. So, finished the dinner. It definitely was filling. I still have some potatoes left over. But yeah, I would recommend HelloFresh to someone who wants, you know, new meal ideas, needs help cooking, who needs more, you know, just inspiration in the kitchen, because that's definitely something that I was needing, and I definitely would have never thought to put that sauce on a pork chop. So I did really enjoy it. I don't know if I'd ever do HelloFresh again, but we'll see. There's still 3 more meals to go, so we'll see how those are, and then we'll make our final determination.